Me, for my country. I live in for my country. On the low, for my country. They got evil plans in the devil's hands, but I don't pray cause I organize. They got new ways to impose strength, but I teach mine how to mobilize. We don't fight for the money, for the greedy, for the want is our freedom and the right to live on our motherland.
Island woman guys, walang makakatigil. Brown, brown.
Staying in the wreck with the Thornton way. Crosses over from the perimeter and uses finesse to switch hands at the rim. There wasn't much room. A fantastic way to finish. Closing today in Beast territory with Nye Mazent. ISO on the wing, stuns them with a spin dribble and crosses over to a clear path layup. What a winning combination. Choose your top play of the week. 4 great options. Season 6 has been rather exceptional, hasn't it? Huh. Tune in next week as we choose your top play of Season 6. See you then, 2K TV fans.
It is time for Team 2K TV My NBA Eras Playoff Edition. We'd like to start this segment by letting you know there was only one member of the team that did not make the playoffs, and that is LD2K. What do you have to say for yourself?
So Team 2K TV decided to do a My League in the Kobe era, the early 2000s. I unfortunately had a Kobe season-ending injury, so with a 4-24 record, we are sitting good, the #1 chance to get that #1 draft pick in 2004. So I have my popcorn ready to go. I'm excited to hear about what you all are doing in the postseason. Take it away, fellas.
All right, so for our first matchup, it was Blake and I once again in the first round, and I had a game plan for him. My plan was to get Tim Duncan in foul trouble, make LeBron James a shooter, and for myself to get to the free throw line. Now, in the first quarter, we were going back and forth, throwing jabs at each other, but unfortunately, Blake was hitting threes with rookie LeBron James. I mean, when was that ever happening? So I had to change my game plan just a little bit. But because I had to start guarding LeBron James, he was too strong for Latrell Sprewell, and Blake was dominating inside the paint. Now, I did get Tim Duncan in foul trouble, and he was out the game, but LeBron was just too much. So the game was close in the first half, but then the second half, Blake just took over. Right, Blake?
Yeah, the game plan worked. You threw me off guard. I was definitely trying to post up Tim Duncan more, but you were beating me off the dribble a lot. Duncan was coming over with help defense and picking up a lot of fouls. I think what helped me is the fact that on the other side, Garnett got in foul trouble. So both of our star players were pretty much, you know, we had to be cautious with them, and we had to go other places. Rodney went to Allen Houston, who had a pretty good game. I feel like Bibby didn't have the game he should have had. I was worried about him because point guard is kind of my weak spot on the roster. What I did actually is move Deshaun Stevenson to point guard just for the defensive presence. So I think that helped against Bibby ultimately.
All right, that's our matchup.
Brian, I heard your first round versus the Spurs was epic. Tell me about it.
The first round for me was against the San Antonio Spurs, and I'm calling this the greatest NBA playoff game in league history. Quadruple overtime, Tracy McGrady goes off for 50 points, and I really needed every single one of them. I didn't expect the 7th-seeded Spurs to give me such a tough matchup, but they did, and ultimately we prevailed.
Danny, was your first round as epic as Brian's?
Nothing beats 4 overtimes, and in fact, I might have had a little bit too much confidence rolling in because I cut through all the teams I played like shredded wheat during the regular season to get the top seed against the Jazz, and I blew through them fairly easily. I found myself down early, worked my way back with hot shooting from the wings, spread the floor, and I was sitting very confident waiting for the Warriors in the second round.
Blake, you beat Rodney in the first round, and then you're going on to face the #1 seeded Detroit Pistons in the second round. What's the lowdown on that?
Yeah, it was a tough matchup. They were actually beating me at halftime. Very deep team, but my strategy was use Tim Duncan because Jamal Mashburn just couldn't handle his size and ultimately got in foul trouble. So then they had to put Battier on Tim Duncan. It was a wrap after that.
So Blake moves on, And then we've got the matchup between Brian and Danny. Only one can come out of the second round. Tell us what happened.
This was a great game on a lot of different fronts. I mean, Shaquille O'Neal absolutely ate with 26 and 10. But down the stretch, it was rookie Darko Milicic playing out of his mind and held Shaq to some key misses, 3 blocks in the game. Tracy McGrady, of course, was big with 26 points. And if you all remember, back in episode 30, the great Danny Hogger said,
I'm going to guarantee a championship for the Kings this year. Kings this year.
So we had bulletin board material for days, and we were not going to let that happen.
Danny, tell us what happened.
Well, I mean, I want to give credit to my opponent because Brian did something spectacular. He'd come off a 50-point Tracy McGrady performance. I set all my game plans to cover and pressure McGrady, and he did score a lot with Tracy, but he also had 7 assists. So as soon as I would bring the double, he found good passes. He played the game smart. He really did. And that wouldn't have been a huge problem, except for I shot terribly from the 3-point line with Antoine Walker, who had been huge all season, going 2 for 10. Dwayne Wade had 0 points, who I had traded a lot of my bench for to earn that draft pick. And I did not have enough firepower to continue. So props to both my buddies here. I wish you a great game and a great luck in this contest ahead.
2 down, 2 to go. In the conference finals, let's go to Blake first. Blake, you seem to have all the strategy you did last year, and you're doing it this year. What happened to you?
So I faced off against the 76ers. They were the 3rd seed. And once again, I mean, it worked for me all playoffs. So the strategy was go to Tim Duncan. They didn't have an answer for him. He ended game 2 with 22 and 11, 2 blocks, just a monster. Stephon Marbury did give me trouble, but I took this series in 2 games.
Now, our other Team 2K TV, who is also in the playoffs in the conference finals, Brian.
So the conference finals was Warriors versus Clippers, and this matchup kind of came full circle for me because if you remember, I got the 3rd pick in the 03 draft from the Clippers. So Kenyon Martin, who used to be on the Warriors, is now going against us. I got Carmelo Anthony, the Rookie of the Year, and we made easy work of the Clippers. In game 1, I even rested my starters the entire 4th quarter because I knew I could get it done and I wanted to save their energy. Game 2, much of the same. Worked through Tracy McGrady, and next thing I knew, I won the series 2 games.
Ooh. So we are at the finals now. We've got Eastern Conference Team Blake with the Miami Heat and Western Conference Team Brian with the Golden State Warriors. It's 1-1 right now, and it's a best-of-3 series, so the winner of the next game takes it all. We'll be playing this game in next week's episode. Be sure to check back for that.
Good luck, fellas. When I say fellas, good luck, Brian.
Thank you.
We asked you to share your My Team lineups, and there are some fierce rosters out there, that's for sure, and I wouldn't want to go up against any of them.
Yeah, we love seeing what you sent us, so we decided to invite the My Team Professor back on 2K TV to review your lineups and give you some tips on how you can improve your squad. All of you have been submitting your My Team lineups to us here on 2K TV, and today we're joined by the My Team Professor, aka Jimmy, to grade some of these great My Team lineups that the fans submitted. Jimmy, how you doing?
Doing great, Chris. Thanks so much for having me on. I look forward to seeing these lineups, and there's a couple special ones in here. I think you're going to like them, so I'm definitely looking forward to it, and let's take a look.
This is brought to us by NWO for Life. Talk about this all-Lakers squad, Jimmy.
Got to start off with Mr. Bonga, the Pink Diamond, Laker legend, my team legend for sure at the point guard. And even on the bench with cards like Elgin Baylor, and I do enjoy using that Austin Reeves card. Luke Walton is good with out of position. We've got Anthony Davis from...
And those will be our starters. Some intriguing matchups on the floor tonight. Sit tight. We'll be back in just a moment. All right, everyone. Greetings from 2K. Hey, Allie.
Thank you, Brian. Well, Hawks head coach Nate McMillan was...
A more nuanced approach, Alan. Thank you. And now the opening lineup for Chicago and for the Hawks. Everyone's still finding their footing in this early part of the season, Grant. How important is it to get off to a really hot start?
Oh, it's so important to get off early to a good start, BA. You really want to build some momentum early. In some ways, it can really set the tone for the rest of the season.
Here's Hudson. Baseline jumper. Not going to go that time. Here's McGrady. And he drives in.
He put a little flair on that one.
Yes, he did. Man, he's a strong finisher, huh? Here's Frazier, right wing. And he buries his first look.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Fantastic replay we just saw of the Mobile One drive.
The aggressive take there to get inside. They're looking to make things happen to try and take control of this game.
Now here's Harden. Pass to McHale. And the layup is good off the glass.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give him credit for finding a weakness there.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Here's Willis. Here's Hudson. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Barnett. Harden with the defensive effort. And the Hawks going from the Eastern Conference Finals to the 8th seed via...
That is what I'm talking about.
Wow. The focus of the defense. I mean, James Harden was able to use that attention and turn it into a hoop for someone else.
And how about our AT&T 5G Slam Cam? Couldn't have captured that play any better. Here's Barnett. To the inside. Frazier shot is off.
And that's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
And you know, you can't underestimate Harden's ability to blow by defenders. It opens things up for him on the offensive side.
And so it's Atlanta with it after the basket by Chicago. Here's Frazier. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Man, the defender really went after him. Oh, guys, the city of Chicago is used to the highest standard. The shadow of those Michael Jordan teams still looms large.
It feels like once you get a taste of winning, you never want that to end, Grant.
But the reality is, for most franchises, it does end for long periods of time. I hope the fans do appreciate this current Bulls team. There's something to be proud of. When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Over to the left wing. Pass to Willis. Here's Frazier. Can't get it to fall.
Hard to convert against that kind of defensive pressure.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
Here's McGrady. Really played well against Orlando in his last game. And the shot goes in. He has 6.
The D hasn't been quick enough to react to the ball inside. That's helped cause this run.
To the right side. Pass to Willis. Here's Barnett. Out left to the wing. Love with the ball. The putback.
As a big, once you get position inside, it allows you to fight and come away with a lot of tough boards.
They played with fantastic energy from the opening tip.
You wondered if they would take some time to find their A game. They did it at jump ball. They've been awesome tonight.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Outside Love. Fires from deep. That's good. His first made shot in 3 attempts.
Stretch fours. That's Kevin Love right there. Terrific range and a great quick trigger on that one.
Driving to the basket. Here's Sampson. Soft touch off the glass.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
The Hawks trailing. Now a timeout called by Atlanta.
Oh my, their coach does not look happy, and I can guess why. Their interior defense has been struggling.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring, and if you can get to a high-efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
So Chicago ends up going with a new group. A minute 50 left to play in the first. Pass to Person, inside. Here's Love. And so far in this one, 2 for 4.
Kevin Love getting comfortable on the inside on that possession. He's got the size and touch to be effective around that arc.
Over to the wing. Here's Kemp. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It's going to be on Kevin Love.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
This Hawks offense can be explosive when they're hitting. They can hurt you from inside and out. They move the ball well, and they run well as a team.
And for the Hawks and their offense, they put up points and take care of the ball, Brent.
That's a pretty good recipe, B.A. This is a young team, but taking care of the ball and valuing possessions, that's hard to get through to young players. They've done a great job of that. So is their coaching staff. So this offense could be in a great situation for years to come.
Eaton. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
At the line for the Wolves, Mark Eaton. At the line.
Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Here's Cassell. And he buries his first look.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
Chicago leading. Here's Francis. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Got to hold firm or you're going to get a call.
And that one's good. Cassell.
All the way to the bucket. No resistance. Just swipe the candy from him.
Davis down low. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Oh, flanks that one. He's 0 for 1 to start. Here's Kersey. It's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter. Yeah, that's a tough one. An experienced player in the pro game shouldn't be making that pass.
26 seconds left in the first quarter. Stolen by Redick. On the break. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Pass to Person. The shot off that time. He gets it off. Can't get it to drop. Good scoring in this one as we conclude the first quarter. It's the Bulls up by 9. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter.
Here we go, fans. Coming to the court right now.
We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, what's your take on the Bulls so far?
Well, so far, they've got things rolling along nicely at the offensive end.
Yeah, couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
Ball stolen. And now the Hawks on the break. And for the Bulls. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
His first.
Well, Brent, the relationship between players and refs can sometimes seem a little hostile. Does it need to be that way?
Well, you and me. Have our little tiffs, don't we, Brian? So yes, in order for us to do our best work. No, I'm kidding. It doesn't have to be that way. But look, when you're at this level of competition, it's heated, it's intense. sometimes get outside your gourd a little bit. And that's when instances like this can happen between a player and a referee. And that goes for both sides. Two teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Ooh, poked away. Here's Frazier. It's hauled in by Sampson.
Gotta appreciate the aggressive defense he brings.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Oh, you cannot allow Harden this type of positioning because he's going to dunk all over you when you do.
Pass to Barnett. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. The shot by Hudson, no good. Now here's Harden, guarded closely, misses from close range.
Well, you gotta miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gimme.
And the call will be against James Harden. That's his first foul. Love is checked in for the Hawks. Here's Barnett. Pass to Hudson, to the paint. And he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Here's Sampson. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
They have no answer defensively inside.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. The NBA last season celebrated its 75th anniversary and announced the 75 greatest players in NBA history, gathering the living greats during the All-Star break. A lot of history, but Commissioner Silver said we're a pretty young league when you think about it. Brian, I guess it's all relative.
Indeed. Thanks for that, Allie.
Team first. Shooting for Chicago, Tracy McGrady. At the line for 2.
And he makes the first. And that's good as he hits both shots. The Hawks have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to go in. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Atlanta calls timeout.
Trying anything now to get them out of this slump.
Well, they can't find the net right now, and all they need, I think, is just to get one to go, get back on track.
Pass to Barnett. Here's Hudson. Up again. Here's Love. No good, off the front rim.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Right side Harden. Here's Sampson. Covered by Love. Shot is good. Sampson. Give him 8.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
The coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
And there's just one foul now away from the penalty.
And the Hawks making a change here.
Sam Cassell.
Love the open look. Atlanta again missing.
The defense better tighten up on the mid-range there. Much, much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
Harden's shot is good. Harden's got 6.
They're really working the paint now.
On the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, good looks by our terrific camera crew. Pass to Barnett. Here's Hudson. Here's Cassell to end the run. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Chicago.
Ever since this game started, they've been attacking on the inside, looking for ways to bust up the defense and get high percentage looks.
Well, they've done a great job tonight of getting out in transition, so that focus on fast break will add to your total in a hurry.
Here's Francis. What, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Here's Love. Oh, here's Love with the jam.
Love has some height and enough ability to get up and throw it down.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Down low. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. Lets it go from 14. Here's Love. And it falls. 4 for 8 for him from the floor.
Activity and effort and just waiting for the moment. Kevin Love picks that one up. Instinctual score there.
Pass to Kemp. .121 left in the first half of this one. Can't hit from in close. To the middle. Here's Love. Oh, here's Love with the jam.
Maybe some underrated parts of Kevin Love is the strength that he has in that lower body. Excels at absorbing that contact and then up and powers through.
Here's Francis. Down low. Kemp. Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
And adds a few more points to their lead, showing off some style.
Wow, that was prime time stuff right there. Here's Red. Check by Davis. Pass to Red. Jacks up with 3. Connects from downtown.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Person. Outside Love. From the high post. Another one falls for Atlanta.
Solid in the first. Fantastic here in the second. He was just waiting for the moment.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Team second. Shooting.
The first one falls. The Bulls making a switch here.
2 shots.
Hits both from the stripe. Here's Cassell. And so it's the Chicago Bulls, a sizable lead of 14th.
The Bulls, 44.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. So Chicago was looking great right away. Their mission to dominate early was accomplished with a spirited 14-4 run to start. At the end of 1, they were already up 9. And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly.
All right, fans, look who it is.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Here's Harper. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. It's stolen by Love. On the push, here comes Atlanta. And for Chicago, here's Frazier. No good off the back of the rim.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Here's Harden. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
One of the most creative offensive talents in the game. Harden simply just has a knack for creating contact.
Harden hits them both.
2-part equation. You have to be aggressive enough to get to the line, then talented enough to sink them.
Oh, it's stolen. Pass to McGrady. Here's Harper. And some very quick points for him on that possession.
And clearly he needs no time to warm up.
Well, the Hawks shooting 37% from the floor at this point. Here's Frazier. And the shot, no good. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Here's McGrady. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Team second. Shooting for Chicago.
And he can't get the first one.
2 shots.
Good on the second one. And Atlanta has possession, trailing by 19. Here's Frazier driving inside. Here's Love. Book it again. 7 for 12 and going at the defense.
And that's got to be a relief. Finally getting something to go here in the second half.
Here's Harper. Oh, he got him with a pump fake, but he couldn't finish. For Atlanta, they've gotten only 1 of 4 shots to fall in this second half. Here's Frazier. That shot missing. Now Chicago takes it the other way.
It hasn't been his best quarter. I mean, he's trying to shoot himself out of the slump.
Here's McGrady. Oh, it's stolen away. Here's Frazier.
Chicago foul. Tracy McGrady.
So both teams making some changes here. And the Hawks call time here.
Hawks, timeout. Who wants a teacher? Here we go, fans. Coming to the front right now are your ATL dancers.
Here's Mashburn. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. Takes it inside. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
His second. Team second. At the line for Atlanta.
First one falls for him.
Taking 2 shots.
And he makes both free throws. Boy, you love how guys are making plays for one another here.
Yeah, just a balanced attack, a total team effort.
And Harper gets it to go.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Pass to Frazier. From 18 feet away. And too long on the shot.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Harden. And now it's time to take another view of that huge swat.
Oh, showing no signs of giving up this lead. That block sent shockwaves into the opposition sails.
Here's Frazier.
How many shots has he missed this quarter? Might be time to find offense elsewhere.
The shot by Hudson, no good. The Bulls have gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Pass to Sampson. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Here's McHale. 6 to shoot. Here's Sampson. 10 points for him. They get it again. Shot's good by McHale. 6 points for him.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Frazier shot is off.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
And once again, off the mark by Atlanta.
2 minutes.
Rebounded by the Hawks. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by. And it was a great chance to finish on the break, and he flubs it.
Completely lost focus. You can't get 2 steps ahead.
Pass to Frazier. Off the mark, and the drought continues.
Man, miss after miss for him. When you're having a quarter like this, the only beneficiary is the defense. Great job on the back end of the play.
Yep, finished with both hands, making sure of it. The Hawks shooting only 29% in this one. Not great. Now a timeout called by Atlanta.
They're just giving away a run right now. The question is, can they stop the Tide?
Hard to say right now. At this point, I've seen the coaches run through 2 or 3 iterations of defense. Is there a fourth? I'm not sure.
A minute 20 left in the third. 4-3. Gerson's shot is good.
Yeah, so reliable. He clearly needs to be more involved in the offense as they try to shrink this lead.
Davis down low. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
Well, the coaching staff has to love what they're seeing on offense. There's so many assists because how this team is moving the ball.
We probably have to touch on as well that tonight their penetration has been awesome. I mean, they put force on this game, attacking off the bounce, and the willingness to do that has paid off.
Pass to Love. It's hauled in by Eaton. The Bulls have gone 5 for 9 from the floor in the third quarter. Kemp. And he banks in the layup. 7 points in the game.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Here's Person. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Man, good whistle there.
Sam Cassell, his second, team's fourth.
And the first one at the line is good. The Hawks making a switch here.
Taking 2 shots.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. 32 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to Mashburn. Here's Cassell. Checked by Davis. Here's the teardrop. Chalk up 2 there. Chicago has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Puts up a 3. It's hauled in by Eaton. Here's Kemp. One second left. No good. And so it's the Chicago Bulls sitting on a comfortable 21-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. And don't go far. We'll be right back. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You have to love his unselfishness and ability to make those around him better.
Great hands, great vision. That makes great things happen for your offense.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. And for the Bulls, and so it looks like the Hawks will retain possession here.
Coming into the floor for the Bulls, James Harden, Steve Francis.
Here's Love. Oh, what a play! Just palms the block.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
McGrady shot is off. Atlanta's gone 4 of 8 from 3, a nice percentage. Pass to Love. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. We saw one major rule change in the NBA last year. When a shooter intentionally initiates contact with a defender, it's a no call. You like it?
Yeah, I do like that. I mean, there should be no reason for a shooter to be the one with a defender on him, to be the one putting his body on the line. That's the defender's job. So the rule makes a lot of sense.
Just such a terrific dunker.
Man, born to fly, that's for sure. To the wing, right side. Pass to Frazier. Here's Barnett, defended by Harden. Here's McGrady. Here's Francis. And the 17-footer goes down.
He means business. Unlikely to be a comeback on his watch.
Well, he's grabbed a tee and a blanket because he's putting this one to bed.
Here's McGrady. It goes again. His 6th basket in 7 tries.
Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
That was another look at our Mobile One drive of the game just a moment ago.
And this is exactly what you love to see. Up big, not letting up, keep on applying pressure to their defense.
And that one good. About a minute and a half into the fourth now. Now here's Harden. The D's right on him. And count it. Now 5 for 7.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Pass to Barnett. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth here.
And they've done well from the free throw line this half. No misses yet.
Well, Grant, I know you collect art, so we've been hearing all about these NFTs that teams and players are creating. I'm going to need a little instructional here. What's it all about?
BA, first of all, memorabilia and collectibles have always been around. But yes, NFTs have taken it to a whole nother level. And yes, I do have an NFT. I don't fully understand it, so I can't explain it to you, but I know it's the next big thing, that's for sure. That was execution to perfection. Textbook transition offense.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Here's Rivers. Francis grabs the board for Chicago. They've gotten 5 of 6 shots to go in the fourth. Pass to McGrady. Here's Francis. Drives to the hoop, to the inside, and that one's good. Dumboya.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Just about 3 minutes through the fourth and final quarter here.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
His first. Team's third.
And he drops it first. And the Hawks making a change here. Curry's checked in. Good on both. For Chicago, they've gotten almost all of their shots to fall in the fourth. 6 of 7. Francis. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Now, I know he makes it look easy, but it takes incredible physical tools to pull that off.
Athleticism and explosion. Just an awesome display of athleticism on our AT&T 5G Slam Cam.
David Wesley.
Here's Kersey. Here's Rivers. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Team's fifth.
It's going to go on Cody Zeller. And as the NBA becomes an increasingly global game, Grant, there's a component of international relations that has to come into it. What are your thoughts about this?
Well, it can be tricky. I mean, it's a challenge. You have to respect people's cultures and way of doing business. But yes, the game, I believe, also can play a role in bringing cultures and different countries together over the love of the game of basketball.
Count the basket.
I mean, some good stuff out here. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come off of nice passes.
Pass to Wesley. Outside Curry. Fires it from 18. McGrady grabs a miss. The Bulls have gone 8 of 9 here in the fourth quarter. Here's Dumboya. On the wing, Harden. 5 to shoot. Beyond the arc. Rebounded by the Hawks. Here's Wesley. And no good, trying to use the glass. Well, the Bulls' shooting has been ridiculous. 75% in this game. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
Elevates and detonates the one-hand stuff.
Picture perfect. Here's Rivers. Pass to Wesley. Takes the 3. Zeller with the rebound. Chicago with the ball.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Bulls.
They were the more accurate club. And in the end, that made the difference, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., you have to love their strategy. And even more, you love the execution.
Looking at this year so far, this will make 22 wins for them. Doesn't go that time. So Atlanta will take it the other way. Left side Curry. Here's Kersey, defended by Harden. Shot is good by Kersey.
Hey, if you give him room, he's going to score the ball.
Chicago with the ball. Here's Francis. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
Here's Rivers. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
And just a crafty move to get free for the dunk.
Yeah, he's not just trying to score. He's trying to embarrass someone. 3 seconds separating the shot and game clock. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
Yeah, everybody saw that one. That was pretty blatant there.
So it's Atlanta now. Here's Rivers. Driving in. And it's Chicago with a board. Here's McGrady. So it's the Bulls winning this one easily. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never came.
Yeah, and this team...
When I'm here, hit sprints when I